You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for Pretty Little Liars. Tonight's host is Deidre Behar. Joining Deidre will be AfterBuzz co-hosts David Schiffeliti, Dana Livingston Ward, and Joslyn Davis. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Pretty Little Liars news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off, and the buzz continues, Deidre Behar!
Yay! Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here at AfterBuzz TV. I'm your host for tonight, Deidre Behar. You guys, Pretty Little Liars round 3. We're on fire, if I do say so myself.
We have a dream team here, but we are missing one member of it.
We are. So let's go ahead and do some roll call right now.
Okay.
We are missing half of Clever TV, which saddens me, and I know it saddens the viewers because I'm sure a ton of your viewers, loyal viewers they are, probably watching.
We hope so.
So Dana can't be with us tonight. I believe she has an elegant work engagement.
Something of that sort.
Yes.
An elegant work engagement.
Yes, it required a high ponytail. So, yeah. It was a beautiful, sleek ponytail that I saw her
She
in.
wasn't at her secret 80s aerobics workout class.
Highly possible. Work related.
Perhaps. But nonetheless.
That was a quick one, Deidre.
Oh, you know I keep it rapid fire, baby.
Go to Sweaty Sundays. That's a dance class.
I'm sure it is. Nonetheless, we're so happy to have Joslyn Davis back here again. She is our Pretty Little Liars expert. She is BFF with the entire cast, pretty much.
For sure.
Loosely. Legit, if they saw her walking down the street, it would be like hugs. You want to go get coffee? Are you busy? Do you want to hang out?
Sure, why not? That would be great.
Wouldn't it?
Let's go to that 80s dance class.
It's on Sundays. It's called Sweaty Sundays. I swear.
Is it at LA Fitness Hollywood where you work out with Keegan Allen?
No, it's not.
Damn.
Where is
Bummer.
I have no idea. It's
Okay.
in Silver Lake somewhere.
Oh, where the hipsters hang out.
So Mr. Fitz will be there.
Naturally.
Mr. Fitz will be there and Aria will
And
be there.
Aria will be there with her feathers.
Oh, yeah. And hopefully he'll be there with his shirt off.
Love it.
Preferably. But of course, Mr. David Schiffeliti is back with us tonight, providing the male perspective, which we all love. And of course, my best friend, we didn't scare her away last week, actress, singer, one-woman media juggernaut, Sydnedy De Bear.
Ooh, a juggernaut.
She's here.
I've never been called that one.
Look at that.
Thanks,
You
girlfriend.
know Deidre and her words and her vocabulary.
She has a large vernacular.
Do you have a word of the day calendar? And you try to work that word in
Toilet
as much
paper?
as possible?
My mom's a teacher, so
Okay.
we'd be driving to school in the morning at like 7:30 in the morning, and she'd be like, make sure you act egregious in your class, or she'd just sort of throw out, don't antagonize your sister.
I can vouch for Deidre.
Yeah.
It is natural.
By the way, too, she says them via BBM as well, which is hard. That's hard.
Work it in. She does it.
When we're having our crackhead Pretty Little Liars chats at 3 in the morning, discussing all the gossip, I'll casually slip a word in. And then last but certainly not least, Emily Harbert. We're so happy to have you back.
Thank you.
Literally,
thank you.
Since last week, Emily and I have literally BBM nonstop. Like, hey, go on Just Jared. There's a new Pretty Little Liars article right now. And we would just go back and forth.
We're losers.
Yeah, but we love it. The viewers love Pretty Little Liars.
And
that's why we're here.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so
we have our boys.
Yes, we have our boys, absolutely.
Exactly.
We got to see them shirtless tonight.
Yes,
Huge thumbs up. But yeah, let's talk about...
Yes, we are all over 20.
Doesn't matter in Pennsylvania, people. Okay?
Let's talk about tonight's episode, episode 3 of the season. I think we're off to a really nice start. Lots of, obviously not intended humor, but we're laughing. Good humor, or good horror moments, good sad moments, good hot kissing moments.
It was pretty rounded out.
Some uncomfortable kissing moments for me at least.
Aria and
Come on.
Did you guys know that they refer to them as Ezria?
Oh, Ezria. Yeah, that's their couple's name.
I find that a weird couple's name because it's just like an I. Every time I see it, I just think that somebody's misspelled his name.
Well, you want to know what's funny is I thought that at first, but then I was like, why are they strategically putting that I in right there all the time? And then I thought you pronounced his name wrong, and sorry, I'm gonna throw Jesse under the bus right now, but Jesse tends to say a lot of names wrong. Yes, Jesse's our engineer, by the way.
Yeah,
Jesse's
DJ Jesse Janny, the love of my life, otherwise known as. So he's always pronouncing names wrong. So I was like, oh, just another one. But
just add it to the list. Yeah.
But no, I guess it's their couple name.
Well, if you think about it, if it wasn't Ezria, what would it be? Arza, and that's like the same thing. It's like Orzo, makes me hungry.
Yeah.
I like Ezria.
But they're no doubt the Brangelina of Rosewood.
Most
they definitely are.
Well, sneakily.
Not so
well,
much.
not so much
anymore.
All right, I stand corrected.
Let's go ahead and get right into the recap. I want to start it off with the opening scene, which I actually really liked because it completely threw me for a loop. I said last week, and I'll totally own it every week, I have no screenwriter sense, I suppose you could say. I wouldn't know anything if it hit me over the head. So I take everything very literally, and I had no idea that this was going to be a dream sequence. Emily called it when we were watching it all together. But did you guys like it? Did you think?
I did.
Did you think
didn't
that
think
A
it
was
was a dream
actually attacking them, or did you think it was just?
I didn't know it was a dream sequence until he disappeared and then popped up again. Then I was like, okay, it's a dream sequence.
Because you didn't think it'd be possible for A to be seriously looming over them.
Right.
Not really.
Right.
But the bad guy can
close.
always move quickly.
Yeah, always
moves
supernatural
quickly.
speed,
Yeah.
always.
And strength.
Disappearing, and we know A is. I don't actually know if A is a human because considering the shiznit A pulls,
and the
he
money
that
A has at
just doling it
Shim's
out.
disposal.
Oh my gosh, it's getting ridiculous.
Loaded with cash.
Wait. Jason DiLaurentis is pretty loaded with cash.
Is he?
Well, he might have his family's estate, any sort of investments and such.
Never mind.
But is everybody dead in the family?
Yeah,
Apparently,
I
I
guess.
guess.
No, their parents aren't dead.
Then why is he the only one who lives at that house?
Because they moved. They wanted to get out of where Ali
Out of Rosewood. Okay, they wanted to escape
makes
that.
sense.
I don't care if he has money or not. His body is banging.
Thank you.
Yeah.
JD.
Oh, by the way, excuse me, his body, everything's banging about that guy.
So true. So true to the whole cast. They're all pretty ridiculously good looking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to talk about also Jackie Molina. I know your right-hand lady.
She is brunette, beautiful.
Yeah, of
She's
course. She
welcome on the
belongs to the
show.
cast.
She belongs on the show.
Is Hanna the only blonde? Sorry.
Well, Allie.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the only two. But we see in the scene Ezra and Aria, we can go ahead and throw it out there. They're strolling in public at campus, which is super, super exciting for them. They're so excited to just be a normal couple and be able to hold hands and walk and drink coffee together. And as they go in
And looking so hipster together.
Oh, well, naturally, coffie and the outfits, it was awesome.
Yeah.
But as they're doing it, as they're about to kiss, sorry, let me clarify.
As they're doing it.
Jackie Molina is
lurking.
watching.
Who is that actress? Because she looks familiar too, and I feel as if she's played the bitch in another show.
Really?
I
She
don't
plays it
recognize
well.
I think
her.
she's a good bitch.
I don't recognize her either.
She's got great coloring. She has the Aria, like the sort of light colored eyes and the dark hair.
the pale with black hair.
Yeah,
But
totally.
I don't think she's evil yet. I don't get the evil sense from her as of yet. She had a little something of sadness
Yeah,
in her
it's like a
eyes.
jealousy.
I've been there, and I want it back.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
Is she a teacher as well?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, with her, it was like jealousy, but it was like jealousy, and I'm gonna do something about this.
You
Well, see,
think?
that's
You
what-
got a lot
that's-
from that facial expression.
Yeah.
She's a good actress.
By the way, it wasn't even. It was more than 1 second of a facial expression. They focused in on her. You knew what she was feeling.
Well, I wrote in my notes here. Of course,
Let's
Jackie
see.
Molina sees them. She looks devious. So
Yeah.
I saw a little something in her eyes too.
She looks
Thank
devious.
you.
She does.
She
I
does.
mean, who knows what that girl's capable of? Who knows what any female is capable of?
That
when-
is true. When
when-
boys come
All's
into
fair
the
is in love and war, right?
Yes, so true. But then we
Great
go
answer.
to one of my
What movie? Sorry, never mind.
The stragglers on that side of the room.
Go.
Yeah.
Sorry. The dream team's falling apart right now.
Yeah, pull it together.
I'm sorry, I have something in my eye, and I've been like having an issue for the past 5 minutes.
Contact
no,
issues?
just general issues.
Okay.
So continue on.
Can we talk really quickly about the flashback scene, which sort of revealed a lot?
Ooh, so strange to see Allie semi-sensitive, vulnerable,
Vulnerable,
emotional.
I was about to say,
Yes.
yes.
But of
Crying,
course, it wouldn't
the
be
Demi
Allie.
Moore tear.
Yeah, the one single.
However,
It wouldn't be Allie if she didn't have her little bitch zinger
Yeah.
towards the end.
Yeah.
You have the worst.
Your
apple.
family has the worst.
She's like, it gets to the point with her. She says these things, and I'm like, why were these girls friends with her in the first place?
Because they've been friends with her since middle school. When you're friends with someone, even if they're mean, because like
you're scared of
You
them.
want- yeah, you want to
you're
be
scared of
popular.
them.
Oh, I don't
Slash,
miss those days.
when they're alone, when they do the flashback, she's nice to them when they're
either.
one-on-one with her,
Oh yeah, that's
And-
the thing. It's like
and they all feel this special relationship with her.
Like they can share secrets, but then she's got one up on all of them at
Yeah,
the same time.
yeah.
And they don't have crap on her.
What I wanted to ask you guys was when she's having
not a
her
friendship.
reflective moment in the window. She says that she's sad about her grandmother. Do we believe that?
I think
No.
she's getting molested.
yeah, I thought it was
You
a
think she's
rape.
getting passed around at Jason's
Yeah.
party?
Yeah, I
Of
thought it was
course.
a rape molestation thing, and especially the way she was like washing her hands. Like if you talk to any
Yeah.
like sex ed or like any of those people who study
Dare
that.
officer.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dare.
Dare officer. They'll tell you like the first thing that people want to do is like wash
Yeah.
their hands and get the person off of them.
Metaphorically rid
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
Interesting.
So that's what
Observation.
Have
very
you ever noticed,
thought
like,
loud.
in every movie or show after there's a rape scene, they always show the person in the shower, like, scrubbing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that is true.
That's crazy.
Always.
It's always the following scene.
And she did say she was the only girl at that party.
Yeah.
Which is, by the way, weird. If you're a high school guy getting wasted, your parents are out of town, why are there no girls
Why
at
are
your
there
party?
no girls there? And then I guess if there is only one little
Why are you
girl
passing
that
around
looks
your
like
sister?
Allie, then maybe they're all going for her. And
Yeah, but that's your
It's her
sister.
sister.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
that's so
seem
creepy.
to care, does he?
Most
that's
guys
true.
with their guy friends, it's like rule number one, non-negotiable.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
sister's off limits.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's
please.
weird.
But
Super
why,
weird.
And why don't they care to go to the party when they're sitting? They're not even contemplating or looking over, trying to find out info. They're just making their popcorn
and watching
in
a
their
movie.
elegant robe,
Their elegant robe.
you know
having a
Kind of-
leisurely, calm, relaxing
you know what?
night.
Kind of irritated me about that scene too.
What?
Is most flashbacks with most TV shows, it's been like 2 years probably since this has happened. Like, you kind of have to change it up a little bit with their look. They had done it before in other flashbacks, but you have to maybe just put their hair in like a different style.
Ooh,
Party
bangs.
differently.
Somebody
Yeah.
needs bangs.
Yeah,
Like Shay Mitchell with bangs. Can you imagine?
Ponytail.
Like a nice, just thick bang.
That's a really
Love
good
it.
point because if I look at photos of myself from 2 years ago, I'm like, Deidre, what the hell were you thinking?
Exactly. It's like
Well, they
you
did-
look at yourself and you're like, especially like your high school days, which are like the worst. You look at like your high
I
school
beg
pictures.
to differ. Middle school.
Yeah, middle school is
middle
the worst.
school,
Middle school
I
is the
didn't know to
worst.
brush.
Yeah.
No.
So especially the middle school flashbacks, like give them at least a little bit of a different style or a different.
The only one that they do that to is Hanna.
'Cause
She
she
is
was
the
chubby.
frumpy
Yeah, she
one
was
that doesn't
chubbier.
compare to Allie. And then when Allie dies,
Yeah.
it's like she becomes the cute blonde.
Yeah,
But the other ones, you're right. They're totally.
yeah.
They don't change it. Or they're exactly the same.
I just wish they would have gone to the party. What I would give to watch Spencer and Emily in a high school rowdy boys drinking party scene, I would love
By
to
the
see
way,
that.
they all need to just get drunk and have fun one night.
Please, yes.
Please, like
It's an
what?
ABC
Just
family. They
have-
can't do that.
Have you seen Greek? That's all
Oh,
they
that's
did.
true.
But that's college. You're 21 in college.
No, they're
No,
all
you're not.
8. No,
Until you're a senior.
not until you're a junior or senior.
Okay, well, what about Secret Life of the American Teenager? They're having babies, so
That's
I
true.
guess that I can drink.
Yeah.
I guess a beer is nothing much in the scheme of having a baby.
True that.
They did
Yeah.
once. They did go to a party once.
And
They
sleeping
did.
with your teacher.
Yeah.
I
Like,
suppose. I suppose. I still would just love to see them like let loose. I feel like they're always so consumed
Yeah,
and
they
restricted
are.
by A. Please just go do a Jello shot.
Yeah.
Do
Please
something.
just get Jello syringes and go wild.
Inject them
Jello
into your friend's
Yeah.
mouth.
Jello syringes.
Oh,
Yes.
jump on board, girlfriend.
Next clearly didn't
This
go to
weekend.
college in LA.
This weekend.
I
We
didn't go to college in LA.
We did Jello syringes. Okay? That's what
I went to
was real.
college in the middle of nowhere where it was a lot of flip cup.
Can you tell us where?
Penn State.
Oh, okay. That's why you
Yeah.
know
Right.
the Pennsylvania.
The
law.
laws, and you're our
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
expert on the law in Pennsylvania.
And let's just throw that out there again really quickly for our viewers. If any of you listening are in Pennsylvania, please call us.
We would love to hear from you.
What time is it in
We
Pennsylvania?
need
It's like
your
midnight.
perspective.
Yeah, it's midnight.
Okay,
Well,
so
I
wake
stay up
and
late.
please
Yeah.
call us.
Wake
call
up and
us.
call us.
424-256-1729. We love callers. We want to know about.
Why don't you say it a
We
little
had
more
3
slowly, Deidre?
We
Oh.
had 3
Repeat
last
it.
week.
Let
That
me
was an
repeat that
accomplishment.
one last time. 424-256-1729. Call us, please.
Hint, hint.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Take
We're going to
that.
keep bringing this up until you call us.
Yeah, seriously.
We're gonna keep bugging
Really,
you.
did we tell them the number yet? I don't think so.
Yeah, we'll just keep subconsciously repeating it so they feel inclined to call. Let's talk about Spencer and Melissa in this episode. Still so strained, even though Spencer tried really, really hard to
Yes.
make an effort.
You know what? Here's the
Spencer
thing.
was digging.
No, Spencer was good in
Yeah.
that
She
scene.
was
though.
genuine
I thought
in that
she was
scene.
I thought she was very darling in that.
I thought she was very genuine. For me, what happens though is there's a line between classic and cliche. And I think that got into a little cliche
Explain.
The
moment.
What way?
moment.
Like you were my protective, like, remember when that person made fun of me and you're my older sister and you protected me? I felt a little cliche. Like, I rather would have had, like, a unique moment between the two of them. Like,
As opposed to just
something-
citing that story about.
Yeah, like
you beat
citing
up-
a story that, like, a lot of, maybe they wanted Spencer to relate to people, but I mean, I think this show has already gone past relating to regular high schoolers in a lot of way, but I don't know. I felt it was a very cliche moment.
I was kind of moved by it.
Yeah, I
I
kinda
don't
liked it. I
know.
get what
felt
you're
like-
saying. I do get what you're saying. Like, that was the go-to thing.
Yeah.
Because it's the complete antithesis of
Right.
what she's doing
Yeah.
now. So let's show it when it was the opposite. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I thought that Spencer played it off very well. I thought she was just
That
very
is true.
sweet and genuine and was trying to really get at her, like, hello, remember me?
I'm
Yeah,
your
your
sister.
sister, your blood.
Hello.
Yeah. And Melissa just
Melissa
turns
was
me
not-
off with
not
every
having it.
episode.
Not
She's
only
Nanny
did she-
Carey.
She
Oh,
pretended.
she never matured from Nanny Carey.
No, she hasn't learned anything.
One Tree Hill reference for all of you out there who don't understand what we're talking about. Tori DeVito or DeVito?
DeVito.
DeVito?
Maybe DeVito.
DeVito.
Okay, well now she's Tori Wesley. 'Cause She's
Yeah.
married to Paul Wesley
Right.
from
Oh, thank you.
Vampire
Cute
Diaries.
couple.
Yeah.
She played a psychotic nanny on One Tree Hill, and I didn't like her on that show. Gorgeous actress, but I didn't like her character on that show, and now I don't like her even more with every episode.
Why
it's
did
like,
she have
be
to pretend
nice.
she didn't remember
Yeah.
the memory?
All older siblings do that.
That was
I'm my
really
older
Not my
sibling.
sister.
And you do that. Ask your younger sibling. Ask your
I
younger
don't do
sister,
that with.
right?
Probably.
I don't do
She
that.
probably agrees.
Yes.
I don't do that with my brother. I don't think so.
I bet
Really?
you do.
I mean my brother. That's a whole
All right,
other
well,
story.
Ciara, if you're watching, call in.
Love you,
Let's
mean
get
it.
your feedback on this. What's your younger sibling's name?
Well, but he's in Greece partying up, so
Oh, excuse
and
us.
he's not.
Oh.
And by the way, he doesn't care about anything I do, so he wouldn't be listening.
Oh, yes,
I
he
doubt
does.
that.
He's
does.
sneaky.
Is he
does.
older?
No, he's younger. He's an 18-year-old boy. Come
Oh,
on.
yeah, he
Okay, his
doesn't care about
priorities are
anything.
elsewhere.
Yeah, he has few priorities in life right now, and they're not
Oh, wait,
me
the
talking
devious
about.
look.
Oh, there she is. Oh my
I just can't.
gosh.
That with all those feathers in her
Jackie.
hair, it
Those-
seems unsanitary. Can you wash your
Look
hair
at
with those
Jackie
things
Molina
in
is
it?
a fox.
Oh, so-
Yeah, she has a great facial
She's very-
structure.
She has, yeah, she has some very defined cheekbones.
I love
that
it.
are
I'm
great.
jealous. My gosh.
Remember when Jenna took off her glasses, or they did a flashback, and before she was blind? She was so pretty.
Oh, Jenna in
Remy
all the
is so pretty.
interviews.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
her name?
she's-
Not Tatum. She has an interesting name. Tannen.
Yeah, Tammin Sursok,
Yeah.
and she's actually from Australia, and
Really?
she I think she's like decently well known down there, and she did a lot of modeling. Obviously,
she's very
beautiful.
pretty. And
Very.
you like it's so weird how much her eyes can change.
Yeah.
How
But her
also
accent
Give
is
her
awesome.
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
show.
Really
totally.
strange sunglasses, I feel like.
I know.
Yeah.
Does she have an Australian accent in real life?
Yeah, she's from Australia. Mhm.
And she does an awesome. I'm sorry.
Her
I didn't-
American accent
I
is
didn't-
great.
Yeah, it
What a
is.
better question would have been is, was she raised entirely in
I'm
Australia?
pretty sure. I don't know how many years.
A lot of it, but like you would be surprised how many actresses are like really British or really, and you hear them talk in their regular accent, and you're like, what the hell?
yeah,
Like,
that's so crazy.
Quick shout out to Bridesmaids. So funny. Rose Byrne, I'm obsessed with her. She's Australian.
She's Australian.
And
She's
she
good.
played
one of the
Amazing.
on Charlie's Angels, Rachel Taylor, who she plays.
She's Australian, right?
She's
also
Australian.
she was on Grey's Anatomy
She was
as
on
well.
Grey's Anatomy. She was in Transformers.
Interesting.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah. Shout out to the people who take their craft seriously.
Good job, Aussies.
But while we're watching this, why don't we go ahead and talk about how this whole scene went down? Basically, Jason DiLaurentis, JD for short, as we like to call him,
Yes.
he has recruited Toby to work for him because Toby's still desperately trying to get out of Rosewood and make some money. But as Spencer's walking home, she notices that there's like a shadow lurking behind the window. And she assumes it's Jason because he's the only one who lives there. Well, to her surprise, she sees him shoveling outside, and clearly there's this mysterious figure inside trying to lead her to believe who could be inside this house. Do we have guesses? Do we think it's Ian?
No, I don't think it's Ian. For
Sorry.
some reason, I feel like
obvious?
JD is like so over. Jason DiLaurentis is so over the top. Like, kind of, they're building this perception of him as like the bad guy. It's impossible. I think he's going to be the polar opposite. I think there's going to be
think
something
it's-
surprisingly good about him.
Ooh.
So I think he's hiding someone, possibly who we saw at the end of this episode, which I don't want to give away.
Ren.
Emily!
Why would you? Why are you? If you're
Which I
listening
don't wanna
to
give away.
this,
Ren.
if
Oh,
you're
yeah, they've
listening to this, I
already
already
hope
seen
you've
it.
already
Yeah.
watched
Yeah.
the show.
Exactly.
Fair. Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
I
I was
agree.
distracted
I
by
agree.
Joey Lawrence's hair.
Or lack thereof?
No, he has hair now.
Oh yeah, he does. Joey Lawrence grew his hair out. Different show. Melissa and
Okay,
Joey.
Joey.
Sorry.
Okay.
Love it though.
You're
was
blending
super
your ABC
distracted.
families, and it's making me uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
Making me uncomfortable.
But I do want to
commercial.
talk about really quickly the really hot shirtless scene that all the peeps out there were treated to tonight. We had Keegan Allen shirtless, ripped,
Looking good.
Shiny.
looking real nice. Maybe some tanning oil.
There
for
was
effect.
There was
Glycerin.
there was some oil and some airbrush.
Brush.
Absolutely.
And I think you know what. There was also like some Evian spray maybe
Yeah.
added there.
For some
You know, you
sweat.
made it as an actor when you have like an intern or a PA spraying
spraying
you
you-
with Evian.
yeah.
Because him directly next to Spencer, she was very pale and he was very extra glowy.
Yes. Extra glowy.
Extra glowy.
He looked great though.
He looked great.
He's in good shape.
Well,
what
we
does
all
he do
know
at the
why.
gym?
Yeah, can you give us a breakdown of his exercises?
You can't. You're
Does he
not
do
allowed
circuit
to
training
stare.
or like cardio bar?
Is there a little P90X going on that we don't know
No,
about?
there's definitely not P90X.
David, we gave you one homework assignment.
I know,
and you
I
fail
haven't-
us.
no, I-
and it was to stalk him.
One,
So-
I haven't seen him at the gym this past week. He wasn't there,
He must be busy shooting.
so he must be busy.
Can you, is there a way?
Two, they
Let's write out
have
a
rules
script.
at my gym that they're not. You can't stare at people.
There's,
Oh,
I'm
really?
sorry, is there a
You can't
pamphlet?
stare?
There's like a big TV like this, and it says no.
no staring.
No gazing. No gazing.
No lustful gazes.
Okay, that is probably directed towards women, number one. Number two.
No, because there's a lot of celebrities that go to my gym.
Okay, well, how about this? We will come up with a strategic.
And there's not a lot of women that go to
strategic
my gym.
Sunglasses. Wear your
in order for you to
sunglasses.
befriend him
Okay, I'll try.
and get him on the show. Okay, how about let's do a group trip.
Okay.
Dana can lead it. She obviously is an expert in 80s high ponies.
And I have LA Fitness. Yeah, I have a pass to LA Fitness.
We'll get Raven Simone on board. She
There
will
we go.
do. She
Get
will
Raven
do
Simone.
the comedy section. She'll like fall over into him or something. We'll be like, oh
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Perfect.
And you said he's a nice guy in real life.
So nice.
He'd probably be receptive to us.
Yeah.
He'll train us.
We'll try.
Do some training.
By the way, when Jason DiLaurentis was like walking up to him, like it was like, hey, like, are you okay? I was like, if they go the gay route in this scene, I'm gonna be so mad because I have too many fantasies about these boys.
Does anyone see Jesse? His eyes just like came over the computer.
Perked up.
I hope
What show are we
not.
watching here?
But speaking of
Not
nice
yet.
guys, so happy for Lucas this episode.
Yeah.
Let's talk about him really quickly.
I
think
love
he's
apple pie.
Okay, I didn't get that. Another thing, total flyby, Deidre. I thought
Or
his shirt
nerds
said
love
he was in
apple
like the
pie.
math club.
Love apple pie.
I thought his shirt said he was in the math
I'm
club,
sorry.
but really it said he likes apple pie.
Yeah,
But thank God David is good at calculations. And he's
I broke
sort
it
of-
down.
He's good at hieroglyphics.
I am.
apparently,
he-
and good at decoding.
Yeah.
Because
Decoding
I took
t-shirts.
geometry in 9th grade. That's the extent of my pie.
Really?
So that's all I knew.
3.14.
I failed geometry.
Did you?
Yeah.
It wasn't that hard.
It was hard. I
Pythagorean
could not
theorems.
do geometry. I sucked at it. But I got an 800 on my SATs in the math part.
That's a perfect score.
I know.
That's really impressive.
So you did know geometry.
no,
Yeah.
geometry wasn't on the SATs. It was all
Yeah.
algebra.
Who are you?
I don't know. I was like hungover on the
800?
SATs.
Oh
I
my
got I got a 200 on the English part.
Stop it. I don't believe you for an instant.
I swear to God.
Well, then I'm the inverse of you. I totally flunked the math part.
Ditto. Same thing.
Okay, back
Back
to,
to it.
PLL.
So Lucas, my little dumpling pumpkin
so
pie,
adorbs.
he is finally back on the show.
It's
which
actually
I'm-
an apple pie. For
Oh yeah, we're gonna get
He's an
technical.
apple pie.
Yeah. Apple pie. He was he had a little cameo when he dropped Caleb off, but he was back in this episode. He had some really nice scenes. It's revealed that he's moved on from Hanna, and he has
Clearly.
he has a new crush on like the hipster photo yearbook girl. But it was just so sad because when Hannah's saying, "Why don't you approach her? Why don't you ask her out?" He was just like, "Do you know who I am? I'm the biggest nerd. No one ever gives me the time of day. This girl would never be interested in me."
Said he was a step down from the kid that blows his nose in notebook paper.
And we're not going to talk about the inappropriate reference that Emily thought she heard.
I didn't even hear what you did.
But you can infer.
You can refer
I'll
to the
repeat it.
viewing
Blow his
podcast
nose
for that.
in a piece of notebook paper. Replace the word nose.
It doesn't even really rhyme with
All right.
nose. But
We'll tell you later.
We'll
Okay.
tell you off the
Please
air. We have young peeps watching.
I'm
But yeah,
write
did
it
you
down.
guys think
Yeah.
when focus? Pens in the middle.
We're passing notes in class.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Hannah, good friend that she is, she decides that I hate both
you.
of you. She decides that she's gonna just do him this is a quote, do him a solid.
A solid. I love that phrase, by the way. It's
Yeah.
underused.
That was
It is.
that was.
I
but
like
It's
it.
dated.
Wait,
I
do we
love it.
think that was this week's Zombies Don't
Yes.
Text?
You know what? And can I bring
They're all
up where it
coming
came
Hannah.
from?
Yeah.
Elegant. What is his name from Clueless?
Travis?
The guy that turns out to be gay.
No.
Oh, Christian.
Elton.
Cher's
Christian.
guy.
Christian. He goes, "Do me a solid."
Oh,
And I have appreciated it ever since. I've been trying to find a way
Iconic
for 10 years
character.
to
Iconic.
slip that into normal conversation, and they've done it.
Do you know I passed Circus Liquor the other day and got very excited?
Is it really in Sun
Is
Valley?
that Sun Valley?
No, it's in North Hollywood.
I love how we both knew Sun Valley
Yes.
top of our head. But yeah, Hannah does him a solid. And she says to this Danielle character, "Oh yeah, Lucas, he's the talk of the town. Every girl in the 11th grade is obsessed with him. He has a secret wild side that you don't know about," sort of like adding to his
That she
allure.
wanted him, but like she just didn't have the energy to keep up or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Be a great wing woman.
Being
Awesome.
like a 10 out of 10 as far as wing women are concerned in this situation.
As far as the rankings of wing women are concerned,
As far as they go, I'd give her a solid 10.
We give her a solid.
Solid. It's solid.
Solid.
It's scored from solid to
Solid to 0. She gets a solid.
Solid to soft. It would have
Now,
to be.
what I thought was
trying to think of the
interesting was that Lucas just couldn't take like the nice gesture that she performed for him. He couldn't just accept it. He was like, "You have an ulterior motive. Why are you doing this to me again?" And I liked in this moment, Hannah seemed very genuine. That, and what was that quote that we said we liked?
She said,
I don't want to
I don't want to be
judge.
judged
You
for the
read
rest of my life on my worst mistake.
Right.
And
True
I liked
that.
that she said like biggest mistake, her biggest mistake related to him.
Yeah, that was nice.
Which I liked. I
She's
thought that was
recognizing
really
she feels really
yeah.
bad about
About how
it.
things
sweet.
went down. I think she's making good progress.
I do too, but I'm like,
liked her
Lucas,
as a
are you really
person.
over it? I mean, what do you guys
liked how
think?
they're with her. I liked how they're using her with humor more. Wait, sorry. With humor, it's
No,
like
yeah.
So they're making her the funny fat girl?
yeah. She's not
But
fat.
she's skinny
I
now.
know that. I know that.
He's so cute.
Sorry, I was distracted by
Me
Danielle's
too.
wig.
No,
that a
that's
wig?
no. It's her. Her hair's like that. I'm trying to figure out. I saw her in another show. Her
She's
hair's
got
like
a real
that.
nice blowout. Whoever
She's
does
got
her hair.
some volume that. Okay, fine. A bump it, maybe?
Oh, no, you know what it clearly is? It's got to be the Tresemme.
Yes.
True.
It's got
Ooh.
Tresemme.
It was the
sponsor on the show.
volumizing
Tresemme, yes. Okay,
The mousse.
mystery solved. But one thing,
Jesse's shaking his head at me. Sorry.
one thing that was very interesting in this episode was the whole missing wedding ring issue.
Oh, right.
Now, again, from the clueless girl's perspective, when Spencer found the ring behind the
Oh.
toaster,
I had no idea. Yeah.
this is what I thought. I thought Melissa was part of this grand scheme.
ditto.
She hid it
and that
behind the
she
toaster.
knew it was behind the toaster. She hid it there intentionally.
What?
How did it end up behind the toaster to
Why
begin with?
is that the hiding spot?
Why does anything on this show happen? That makes
But
sense.
if she didn't want people, if she was faking that she lost her ring, I don't think like no one will ever clean here.
True that.
I suppose.
But like no crumbs get under here at all.
I just take everything
true.
on this show with a grain of salt because Lord knows if I was 16 and there was a bunch of boys next door having a party, you know I'd be there. I would be in my pajamas eating popcorn next door.
That is
That
true,
is
but
true.
hiding the ring behind the toaster is not. Okay? Sorry.
Spencer ultimately, in a nice act for Toby, but I think it's sort of a bad karma move, takes the ring to be pawned.
Can you explain
And
to
for
me
not that
how
much.
how pawn shops work?
So you bring your stuff to the pawn shop, and
And
you
they
have
give you money.
30 days to go back and buy it. They give you money for it, and you have 30 days, which is
So then
a mistake.
technically
He sold it before he should have, but she did tell him that she would come back on Monday,
Monday.
which was 2 days later. So you have 30 days to go back and pay them back for the amount of money that they give you, and then you can have your stuff back. It's sort of like a loan.
Do we think Spencer didn't care? Do we
No.
think she just wanted the money?
No, I think she forgot. I think she got caught up in other things.
No, I don't
Where
think
would she get
forgot.
$2,000
I think
from? I don't think she
but
cared.
my thing was, what was she planning on doing? She was going to buy him the truck, and then obviously,
She would
if
need
he doesn't have-
$2,000
yeah,
to buy back
obviously,
the ring.
yeah. Where was she going to get this money from that she didn't have in the first place?
I don't know that she actually planned to
From
go back
Toby.
and
That's what I'm saying.
get it back.
Did she not care? She was like,
Well, I think
Melissa
she's
lost-
just kind of
Melissa
being a
lost the
bitch.
ring
so.
anyway.
She thinks Toby's life is legitimately in danger, so she feels like she's saving his life from working with JD.
Well, if both of your theories are true, then I feel stupid for being nice to her and saying that I believe she was genuine when she was saying all those things. Like, I thought you were on my team, like to her
Or
sister.
maybe she, after
I
that
think she
conversation, she was like, you know what? You don't care about
Screw
me. I
you.
don't
Yeah,
care
yeah,
about you.
yeah.
So she's
and
retaliating.
Yeah.
and she
Brutal.
figures the ring
Very
is,
brutal.
is already lost, and
she doesn't like Ian anyways.
she doesn't like
Yeah.
Ian.
And the
so-
chances of her finding that ring are like a
Yeah,
needle in a
she
haystack.
can-
So might as well strike while you can.
Yeah.
It's true.
Interesting. Do we
They
want
were
to?
so cute in this scene.
I know, right?
They're so
love
cute.
them.
I want to be them.
I love him in his robe.
Yes,
Oh,
he's a
he's so cute.
supportive boyfriend.
Much baby
Speaking
fat.
of the karma train, the toast just reminded me. When Hanna is,
When you're having a stroke,
do you eat toast when you have a stroke?
you smell toast.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, right?
I don't
Like a
know.
common
I don't have
fact.
I don't have expertise in this.
It's like
No
a common
idea.
fact. Like that's one of the signs you're having a stroke. You smell toast.
I smell toast a lot.
I know I do too.
Weird.
That's why I know about it.
My goodness.
While Hanna is buttering her toast, her father gets a text message from the fiance, basically indicating, I'm sorry for the fight that we got into. I would marry you in a phone booth, which weird analogy, but nonetheless nice.
Sweet.
Yeah. And Hanna deletes it before dad can get to it because she likes that mom and dad might be hooking up again. Bad karma.
Well,
And
any
you-
child who's the product of divorce
Yeah.
hopes that their
Yeah.
parents will eventually come back
True.
together.
I
right?
I understand where she's coming from.
Well, and it's like, okay, she's deleting one text message. It's not like she's disconnecting her father's phone
Or dropping it
Can't
in the
ever
water.
Talk to him again, you know?
Right. I'm sure Isabel
Like,
will call later. And,
She's just
yeah.
delaying it. Maybe her parents will get a little more flirty time in.
A little more wine.
But
time.
you made a
More-
really
more-
good point.
some more
This
giggles.
is essentially what happened
What
to
Mona
her.
did.
What Mona
Right.
did to Hanna is now what Hannah's doing to her dad. And just what goes
Aiden's
around
not
comes
gonna
around.
like that.
Preach what you sow,
The
bitch.
tables have turned
Yes, apparently.
for Hanna.
Not good karma, peeps.
I feel like we're bouncing around a lot tonight, but
We
there was
are.
just there was so much choppiness in this episode. Emily and the note. Let's talk about that.
The note that she wrote.
Yes. So
This whole Emily thing confuses the hell out of me. Sorry.
what the
No.
scholarship thing?
No, just her name being Emily because you say Emily, and I'm like, what? And you're like, oh,
Just her name.
Then
no, I'm
we'll
not
have to
being
give you-
referred to.
We'll give you like a hip nickname. We'll call you E or we'll call you Duchess because
Is it
Emily
Duchess?
Harbert is the Duchess of AfterBuzz. In case you guys don't know.
I like Duchess.
Designated myself as the Duchess of AfterBuzz.
Self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed,
Wait,
exactly.
the elegant Tresemme commercial.
Just-
Commercial. I like their punchy Target bedspread.
Yeah.
Right?
And
And the owl.
And there's
good.
definitely some Pottery Barn teen going on in there
Yes,
too.
PB team. I like
Mona's
it.
really cute though.
Yeah, she
like
is
she's
cute.
a cute girl.
She's kind of really annoying
Of
though.
all the girls
I
on the
love
show,
her.
I think she has the worst hair.
Mona?
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Stiff and weird.
It's black and shiny, like
piecey.
shades.
Well, you guys just missed Hannah's little blowout of hair that did not look cute. So you might have eaten your words on that one.
Maybe.
For a hair commercial, you
I know
think
it
they'd get
didn't.
on
The
par.
last shot did not look cute. It kind of looked like who's the girl that played Monster?
She,
I don't think Charlize Theron in Monster,
but that's how harsh.
but longer.
Okay,
But you know what style I'm talking about?
Intense. Yes, I do.
we're gonna need to refocus our
Move
team.
on.
Yes, refocus us, please.
Refocus.
We've been on the air for a while, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, we really have. We're going on, what, 2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Love every moment of it. Okay, so basically, Emily, she
Yeah.
needs this note to. Sorry. Emily Fields. I'll address her by first and last name.
Okay.
Emily Fields needs a letter in writing to her parents, basically indicating that she needs to stay in Rosewood if she wants to obtain a scholarship to the very exclusive, every swimmer's dream,
Danby.
Danby University.
Yes. So it's getting down to crunch time, and the scout crunch time, and the scout says,
Because
"I
she's a
can't."
junior.
Well, you need to commit.
Yeah.
I believe in
Well,
your junior year.
her mom's
Do you?
packing up.
No,
her,
you commit
yeah,
the
the packing.
first. You commit. You're not allowed to commit. You can verbally. Wait, sorry.
There's a lot of information coming
Okay.
out.
You can verbally commit your junior year, but you can't
Sign till you're
anything
senior.
till you're a senior, till your first semester senior year.
Well, the
Okay.
point was that they're planning on moving.
They're planning on
and
moving
so-
to Texas.
Yes,
and
that's true.
So, anyways, she knows that push is coming to shove at this point. She needs to take matters into her own hands. So she drafts this own little elegant letter. How she got Danby stationery
Because
and
he gave her a letter. Remember, she asked for one. He's like, I can say
she
like
scanned
And she
it.
we were
resonated
like
it?
thinking about it, and
Yeah.
She
Okay.
probably scanned it.
It was
got
a
the
maybe.
letterhead.
Right. Okay. She got sneaky with it,
Mm-hmm.
and it basically said, "Congrats, welcome to Danby. If you keep up your scores and you keep up your swimming, we'll accept you in the fall, or for next year." So she's kind of going back and forth with Aria and Hanna in that
with a
scene.
full scholarship too.
Full scholarship.
Not
So
even just like
she's-
partial, full
Right.
scholarship.
She's full throttle at Danby. She's not messing around. But in a really sweet moment, her mom pulls her aside and basically
Oh, yeah,
says,
this scene. Where
"Yeah, this is where they're debating."
where Hannah thinks that Emily can get her into Harvard
yeah,
because
What?
forging.
Forge a letter.
Because she knows how to
Forging
forge a
a
letter.
simple letter.
But after Emily's mom says to her, "I would love you regardless if you were lesbian, straight, whatever."
In so many words.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Essentially.
Emily feels like a sense of like love and compassion for her mom, and she feels so thankful that her mom finally understands her sexuality. So she rips up the note. She doesn't want to break her mom's heart and give her this fake note.
But quick interjection.
Yes.
When when Emily said like, "Oh, it's Paige on the phone," like her mom seemed perfectly fine. So I felt like maybe she had already accepted that.
But her mom didn't know about Paige. I don't believe they were openly
Yeah,
dating.
yeah.
oh, they weren't.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
she just thought they were
Maya
friends.
was the only girlfriend. Like Maya came over for dinner and
Oh, okay.
stuff.
Yeah,
Paige
I
never.
remember that, but Paige never.
Because
Okay.
Paige didn't want to admit to her father.
Exactly.
Okay.
So fast forward, Emily and mom go to dinner. They come back home, and mom comes into Emily's room, and she's like, "Oh my God, you got a letter! It's on our doorstep outside. Let's open it." And Emily starts to slowly freak out. And this is where I think Shay Mitchell's a really good actress, because that's probably kind of like I don't know,
Weird to like progressively start
Yeah.
freaking out like
Yeah.
how you normally would in real life.
Exactly.
Like hyperventilating internally.
Right, like she
you
starts
know?
to get a little
Like-
pale and really into character, and she starts like a little freaking out, and they open up the letter, and it's the same exact letter that she had just torn up. So Emily Fields naturally thinks that A has gone through her trash, put the letter back together, and given it to mom. So she starts freaking out a little bit. Mom is so excited, wants to get Elegant Dad on Skype to show him the letter verbatim.
And not read it to him. He can read it himself.
He-
Skype.
Camera.
Yeah.
They will hold it up.
A leaves a note in Emily's waistband.
Right, because she's looking for the torn up pieces to see if they've been glued back together.
But it wasn't even glued back together. It was like a whole
was a
new.
whole new
She
note.
just read
It
what
was
it
an
said.
envelope
and
folded in half, I believe.
Yeah.
But that little note was so creepy.
A
The
leaves
cat-
a note for Emily saying, "I can't play cat and mouse if you're not here, Em. Congrats."
I like her sort of
If
friendly.
you're in Texas.
I like her friendly congratulations on her acceptance
Yeah.
today.
Written in lipstick.
Yes.
No, red Sharpie.
It was
It was
Sharpie.
lipstick.
By the way,
It's a
though,
little too
do you know
precise.
what's really smart in the way that it's such like block handwriting that you can't even tell. Like you could never tell. Like,
Right.
oh,
Whose
it's this
handwriting it was.
person's
It
handwriting.
also, I think it changes a lot, the handwriting.
Oh, whoever's like the
Yeah.
set note
Writer
writer.
that day.
They just like
Art
pass it
department.
around to
I know.
everybody.
Art department.
Everybody gets one turn.
Well, so hopefully this means, well, I'm sure it does mean, but Emily's going to be staying because I would hate to see her off the show.
And I remember the producers were like, A is going to help Emily stay.
Oh, that's right. They did tease
Yeah.
us with that.
And you know what's something funny that, and you guys might already know this, but when they shoot those scenes with the gloved hand, none of the girls know who that is. And the only people that, like, when last season, when, the gloved hand was like playing with the mice and all the cages and all that, the girls are never there. They don't even know who that person
but-
is.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could kind of use anybody's hands.
You totally
too.
could, but doesn't it make it like even
Yeah.
more creepy that
Yeah,
they
that's
don't even know
true.
who it is
That's
and they're not
true.
there for it?
Oh, I love
it's
it.
weird.
It's really hard too to keep a secret in this, like television wise, in this world. Too.
Especially with something like that.
Well, you said that there's that secret room that literally is under
Yeah,
lock
the
and
writer's
key.
room where they have it like up all over the walls, and the girls don't even really want to go in there because they don't want to like know all this. How much pressure would that be to have all that?
That's a lot. This is a very intense
Info.
show to be a part of. I would
It's
imagine.
really intense too because, like with 1 hour dramas like this, the way you film them 10 days and. You could, and it's not because it's 10 days, it's not like you finish on Friday, start on Monday. So you go from episode to episode so quickly, you never have a week off. So I can't even imagine.
They said they're filming till Christmas. They're
Yeah.
not getting a break till then, which is a
Wow.
really long time.
So I can totally imagine how intense, like, the episodes totally, I don't even know how these girls keep track because episodes totally blend together. But it's just like, it's crazy.
I'm sure it's all a blur,
Yeah.
but they're all such professionals. They know
Yeah.
what they're doing. Let's just wrap this up by talking lastly about the girls catch Melissa finally on foot, heading out of the house.
Booking.
And they're convinced that she's obviously going to see Ian, and they see that she really is just going to that mysterious, anonymous, unmarked car. And we see the
It had a
driver.
license plate.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I just wanted to add to the drama.
I like it.
It's
I
not
like
unmarked.
it. I like
It's definitely marked.
I like the adjective unmarked.
Sorry.
So I just threw it in there. But it's revealed that Wren was the driver. What I thought was interesting was that when he was handing Melissa the ambiguous bag, Aria goes, "What's in there?" And Spencer goes, "Well, it's painkillers." Yeah, I know.
Well, it's painkillers.
It was very quick.
She had a speech prepared. Well, it must be painkillers because when you fall out of a bell tower, you can't just have an ice pack.
Right.
But by the way,
Okay,
Melissa ended up pulling out a bottle of pills. Like, do we know what
Could have
Wren's
been
job
aspirin.
was?
Was he going to med school? I feel
think
like
he was.
Yeah,
I think
he
he
was.
was.
Yeah, but in
Okay.
when you're in med school, can you hand out prescriptions?
Absolutely
No.
not.
No.
No.
Please. That is so far from the truth. But needless to say, interesting. So I guess has she been sneaking out to see Wren the whole time, or has she been sneaking out to see
Well,
Ian?
they made it seem like he's in on it, whatever
Yeah.
it is.
I
that
said
he's
it.
not just.
Last
That he's a
week,
part
and
of
I'll
it.
say it again. I think it's Wren's baby.
Yes,
I was,
he's the
yeah,
baby
I was
daddy.
Gonna say that.
And maybe the pills are for her. There's some
maybe
sort
they're
of
prenatals.
prenatal vitamin.
Oh,
yeah.
she can't go to the
she
store.
can't get them by
Yeah.
herself.
No, have you been
she's a
outside
med
lately?
student.
Did you see the weather? It's awful.
As well as the deficit is also awful.
Yes.
I'm
Can
really
we talk
sa-
about the deficit?
We didn't get a deficit reference this episode.
No, not this
I'm
week.
pissed.
Gonna need to put in a word with the writers. And then the episode finally concludes with
Well, yeah, because she pawned the ring.
Did we talk about Aria and Jenna?
no, we didn't, but
We brushed over.
Quick overview of the creepiness.
It was
that
so
Aria
creepy.
is in a pottery class,
A college.
a college pottery class with Jenna, and lies about her name. Says she's
Anita.
Anita.
the
elegant.
clever Aria Anita.
But doesn't
Yes,
even
yes.
fake her voice.
Yes. But she doesn't talk too much, so
much,
Jenna doesn't
yeah.
know. Then finally they have this intimate, creepy moment where Aria is forced to turn off the lights and
Blow out the candle.
and join into the shadows with Jenna.
It was like a seance
It
almost.
was a creepy seance, and then she does a little too much yapping, and Jenna knows it's Aria. And what was she saying? What was Jenna saying about?
She was talking about how before she was blind, she used to go swimming in the lake.
Mm-hmm. And she started
And
crying,
she
and
would
it was
go
like
to the
It was
bottom.
emotional. It made Aria
and
feel
look at
very-
the colors.
And look at the colors.
Which reminded her of the pottery that she had just made.
Yeah.
So, they had that weird little moment, and Jenna got all pissed off, but...
Oh yes,
Such
she
is
did
life.
not have a good reaction.
Such is
to
life.
Aria.
Jenna's always pissed off about
that
one
was
thing or
such a
another.
creepy that was such a creepy shot with like the
Yeah.
camera like straight on with her like it was so creepy.
The tight shot
really
on the
was.
glasses.
Yeah.
Good cinematography.
Very
Very
good.
good.
And then finally, the episode just wraps up with the mysterious shadow upstairs in the window of the De
Who the
Laurentiis
heck
house.
is that?
It's obviously not Jason, so there is definitely somebody in that house.
Do you think Wren's up
And
there?
it's a guy.
I was thinking it was
Maybe
That's a
it's
good
Jason's
one.
boyfriend.
It's also possible. That is also highly possible.
But yeah, now that
you
we know
know
that,
he does hang out with guys and no girls.
No girls, you never know.
At his parties in high school.
we're all guys. No, but now that we know that Wren's back in town and he has a car there, maybe his shelter is the De Laurentiis house.
Highly possible.
Highly
Maybe
possible.
Wren is A.
And then seriously, the end of the episode with our little A teaser. A is at the pawn shop buying the ring
Yeah.
that
What is
Spencer had
A
dropped
going
off there.
to do with the ring? I
Give
it
it
as
back to
blackmail.
Melissa.
Oh, 100% bring it back in so that Melissa goes, it gets back that clearly someone was in there that
Stole
sold
the-
it to the pawn shop.
Oh, also, can I note that we finally found out where Spencer's parents are?
They're in
They're in
New
New
York.
York.
Even after their
Living it
daughter
up.
suffered a break-in, they're just still chilling on vacation.
Yeah, you know what?
They're
so weird.
And it's,
fine.
we
They're
found
not
out
even
it's also
that far away.
Yeah.
it's only been a week since their
It's a
other daughter was hit by a
45-minute train
car.
ride.
So
But they didn't want
Yeah.
to bother to come home.
no biggie.
Okay, so we're running out of time. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with
Do
all
it.
your Pretty Little Liars news and gossip.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
Alrighty, Pretty Little Liars news and gossip. We have some fun stuff to discuss this week.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Okay, so I was enjoying my Saturday when Emily Harbour urgently BBM'd me that I needed to book it home. Log on to Cambio.com and check out this interview featuring Keegan Allen, Ian Harding, and Tyler Blackburn. The guys sat down for a full 25 minutes and they answered a ton of questions from fans on Twitter. Some of the more interesting moments included Ian Harding telling us that he has his limits when it comes to dating younger girls. And he says, quote, I think the cutoff age is a 2-year difference, so maybe like 22-ish range. I don't know if high school is necessarily my bag. Lucky for Ian Harding, I'm 22 years old, so I think I qualify. You're 22 years old? Yay.
Hey, he didn't say anything about older women.
So Ian, if you're watching, just throwing it out there. I'm available. Moving on, Ian and the gang also revealed what characters they would play if they weren't in their current roles. Keegan said, I would like to play Emily because she's kissed a lot of girls. Very
Of course.
strategic.
Of course you would.
On this part. Ian opted for a slightly less creepster answer with, I would love to play one of the parents. That would be amazing. Like, now stop lying to me, Aria. What's the deal with this teacher and all that business? And Tyler simply said, I would choose Spencer because she's really smart.
Oh,
Good
interesting.
answers from all of them,
Guess
right?
the witty lines.
Yeah.
Oh,
Totes.
impressive.
Yes. And then just to wrap that up, we didn't get many spoilers out of the boys, but Ian Harding did let us know we might be seeing more of his elusive former fiance. Dun, da, da, da.
Jackie! Thank you.
We haven't seen the last of her. The storyline goes one way and you kind of forget about her, but I have a feeling that she's going to come back in a major way. So I think I'm gonna go with my gut instinct and go with she really is devious.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess so.
Seductress. She's gonna try something.
Number 2 piece of news and gossip for tonight. We need to get the Kleenex boxes ready, apparently, because there's going to be a PLL Sob Fest like we've never seen before. The show's executive producer, Marlene King, recently tweeted, "Shot the most amazing Hanna and Caleb scene last night. Crew was on set crying. People are still talking about it. Episode 209 is an emotionally epic episode."
Is someone gonna die?
I thought he was going to ask her to be his girlfriend.
Oh, that'll be cute. Or that.
No,
Really?
Can I tell you something?
Really?
Crew is like 40-year-old men. Like
camera
butch-ass
operators.
men.
Yes.
Like, they're not.
It must have been moving. It must have been very moving.
Well, she lost her virginity to him in a tent.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe they get
was
back
fun.
to business in a nice hotel, a nice upgrade from the tent.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
Who knows? And then last but not least, this was super fun. Complex Magazine put out a hottest women of ABC family list.
Wow.
And all 4 Pretty Little Liars girls made the cut.
The only show.
The only show where every cast member made the cut. I mean, they're stunning.
Well, all 4.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Let me give you the rundown right here of the rankings, which I don't necessarily agree with. Lucy Hale, this was out of 15. Lucy Hale was number 13. Ashley Benson was number 6. Troy and Belisario was number 4. And Shay Mitchell was number 1.
Really?
Of course. she
Lucy
was.
Hale should be 1 or 2.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
agreed.
Giving her 13,
Yeah.
without naming names, Lucy Hale is leaps and bounds above some of the other girls they had on that list.
Who was above her?
Lucy Hale's publicist was not pulling on this,
Yeah.
on this
Yeah.
little endeavor. So we all agree she should have definitely been higher.
Yeah, but it is really interesting though when you look at the whole list. All the other shows have like 1 girl, 2 girls maybe on the list.
Raven made it, FYI.
Oh, did she really?
Bitch, yes.
Oh my gosh!
Did
Wow.
did
Die for
Melissa
Raven.
Joan Hart?
No, but I know like Francia Risa was on there. She's like
cute.
in really good shape, and
Melissa Joan Hart.
the Secret Life
Cassie
of
Serba,
Shailene Woodley.
Yeah, a bunch of them
Bunch
were
of
on
them.
it. So check out Complex Magazine. The photos that they included in that little gallery were
But
so hot.
by the way, speaking of hot, Shay Mitchell, she was in a Sean Paul video.
she was.
What?
She was in a Sean Paul video, like
Sean Paul.
playing the like just like sexy girl in like the shirt. She just does like
She's
a lot
video
of this.
vixen
All
too.
3 of them
I'm
have been in
jealous.
music video. Lucy
Video
Hale was in
hoe.
one.
Ashley Benson
Ashley
was in
Benson
one.
was in one, and now apparently Shay Mitchell.
So they're all making their nice like journey
Crossover
over
into
to
music.
A lot of
videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just the last few notes while we're talking about like who's been in what before. Had no idea, but Officer Garrett Reynolds, Paolo from the Lizzie McGuire
Literally,
movie,
you don't
best
even know
thing
how
ever.
excited me and Deidre were when we found out about this.
literally dying because we were talking about the
Yeah.
Lizzie McGuire movie like the other day.
Yeah.
Had no idea.
I personally went straight to YouTube and watched What Dreams Are Made Of. So,
because he can actually sing.
yeah.
Oh, that is the best.
And what did you want to mention really quickly about news and gossip?
Oh yeah, Lucy Hale had a single come out today, a song. You know, she's a really talented singer, as we all know.
Yes,
American Juniors.
amazing singer.
And
That's what that show was called.
Yeah.
she has this upcoming original movie on ABC Family, which I think is probably going to go direct to DVD as well. But her song is awesome. It's a Cinderella story, but it's a modern take where instead of losing a glass slipper, she loses her voice. And her Prince Charming records this mystery voice on his iPhone and then goes searching for her. And the song is really, she is a really,
That's cute.
really good singer. Like she needs to do an album.
Well, she'd been working on an album. I heard when last season started, like midway through, they were talking about how she was recording an album.
But I think some of the recordings she was rumored to be doing were for this movie too.
What is this?
I don't know, but I love
The song?
it. Is this her song?
This is a song by her called Have You Ever?
Is this the Cinderella song?
Not the one I heard, but I love it already. I'm entranced.
Right?
It sounds like it'd be for
So
a
good.
Okay,
Disney, like
let's-
a...
Let's ask our token singer. What are you thinking?
Can you give me some time to
Okay.
hear?
I expect you to be.
The song it was an instrumental intro. Okay, so calm down. The instrumentals were great, by the way. She's clearly not just an actress trying to sing. She obviously sang
Clearly
very
sings.
Yeah, she has a great voice. She sounds older than she is.
Yeah.
That's true.
I remember
This definitely sounds like a song that would be part of a rom-com
On ABC
romantic
Family, yeah.
soundtrack.
I remember on American Juniors, and she sang "To Sir with Love," and it was like the best rendition of that song I've ever heard. And she was like 12 years old.
There's YouTube videos of
What's
her
this
at the
one?
audition.
This is called If That's Love.
This doesn't sound like her.
This could also appear in an ABC Family movie.
Yeah, the new song is on iTunes. It just hit iTunes today. I think it's called Run This Town. I want to take a guess. But if you go on YouTube and search for her in American Juniors, there's a behind-the-scenes video of her waiting in line with her mom. And she has braces. She's so adorable. So
That's
cute.
so Love
yeah.
her.
All right, and
anybody-
here's the new single.
Here we go.
Oh, I like the intro already.
Who's dancing?
I'm gonna lasso your heart like a rodeo.
Woo, rodeo.
Last time I was rodeo.
She kind of sounds like Selena Gomez in this song.
Compliment.
I like this better than Selena.
Don't diss the new Selena album. It's fierce.
Love it.
She said that was hard.
That was amazing.
Isn't this song dancey?
It's good.
It's so dancey, right?
The movie's probably going to be
Get it,
outstanding.
Lucy Hill.
Love
As
it.
are all TV movies. Love the glitter
I have
reference.
glitter in my hair.
If she has glitter in her hair, I'm in.
Sign me up.
Hair
I'm
flipping
showing
the night
up.
away. Hair flipping, glitter
Hair
flipping
flipping
night
the
away.
night away.
Yeah.
And then
But
just
by the way, she can't hair flip like Britney, because no one can hair flip like Britney.
Lady Gaga can, but that's another story. We'll talk
Jessie!
about that later. Did you see Lady Gaga in concert?
Lady Gaga cannot whip her rat nest like Britney.
I'm kidding.
I
By the
second
way,
that.
Willow Smith, sorry, no one can whip their hair like Britney Spears.
We're going to have this
Well,
discussion at a
guys,
later time.
Before we move on, we have some people on Ustream who want to ask you guys a couple
Awesome.
questions.
Yay.
Do it.
Put them through.
Supra Films is a big Pretty Little Liars fan.
Cool.
And she's just finished acting classes, and she actually wants to know if you guys have any tips of how she can get into auditions or agents or after that. After acting
Wow.
classes, where do you go?
Okay.
I think the number
Little
one
off topic, but
the number one thing that
Little
you
off
need to
topic.
start with is try to get into some classes if you can. Ask for recommendations on who's a good teacher or where
No,
you
she
can
was
go.
saying she went to acting classes.
Oh,
she's at
okay.
acting
Okay.
classes.
Well,
Get
try
your
to
photos done.
Get some headshots done. And I mean, a great way to agents are obviously bigger. Usually work in firms with a lot more people. So sometimes it's best to get a personal manager who's really there for you and can help you get an agent. If someone sees your potential that's in the business, then they can help you get to perhaps a bigger agency.
By the way, number one that I would say, just be relentless. Don't be afraid. Just take any job you can get. No job is too small.
Right.
So
and don't be afraid of rejection.
Yeah.
If you talk to, it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, whoever.
Yeah, right.
They've been rejected 20 million times, and people have told them they can't do it.
I
so.
actually saw, side note, a really cute interview that Shay Mitchell did recently, and she was just up in Canada at the Much Music Awards,
yeah.
and she was signing autographs for this crazy group of girls, and she looked across the street of where she was, and she used to serve tables. She was
Just
a
right
waitress.
before she was on Pretty Little Liars.
2 years ago,
Yeah.
she was waitressing, and people told her, you have this weird ambiguous look, you're never gonna make it, you might be sort of pretty for modeling, but you'll never be an actress. So I agree with you on the relentless, can't stop, won't stop, submit yourself as much as you humanly can,
and
sort
try,
of a deal.
and another thing, because I worked at a casting company, try to be different. Try to
with
be
your acting or with your look?
just with your look. Just try to do everything with your personality. Try to find something in yourself that's unique.
Totally.
And
And
it's
take
like-
PA jobs. I would definitely
Yeah.
recommend you take a PA job because you'll never know who you're going to meet when you're on set running around running errands for people. And if you casually mention to somebody, oh, I'm looking to get more into acting, you never know who knows that they have a guest spot on another show that's filmed on the same lot that you'd be perfect for.
Never turn down a job, even if it's not an acting job.
Yes.
And it's like going along with what you say about being different. My mom's a manager, and whenever she's going through lines with clients or whatever it is, she loves to tell them, if everybody's going to read it this way or have this reaction to it, take it this way. Maybe pause
Throw 'em
here.
a
Or do,
curveball.
you know what I mean? So be different. Don't do
What's expected.
think out of the box.
Mhm.
Think out of
Yeah.
the box on whether it's your lines, whether it's your look, you know.
Yeah.
Well said. Any more questions from the Ustream?
We have 2 more questions.
Cool.
One is, have any of you guys read Pretty Little Liars, the series, and how do you compare that to the show?
I haven't, purposefully.
I have not, but I did look on Wikipedia about the like summaries of the books because I did want to compare, because I knew like with Vampire Diaries that they had gone a completely different direction, and people had said like Mona is A in the books, so I wanted to see, and I could tell like they did a completely different direction, which I like, which I always think is good. So you can't go on Wikipedia and figure out what's happened.
Well, there's no point. There's no reason to keep tuning in every week to find out who A is if we know who A is.
And it's the same thing with Gossip Girl. It's the same thing with, it's always good to take a different direction.
I haven't read the books either, but I would say in all of our defense, we're all in our 20s, so the books weren't around when I was in middle school. Had I been in middle school, I absolutely would have read them.
Yeah.
Maybe even high school.
Yeah.
What?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed.
What's the last question, Jesse?
Well, it's not really a question. It's by Shadow P. Is a new follower of you guys. He loves your show. He follows Pretty Little Liars and just found AfterBuzz today.
Cool.
Thank you.
He thinks all of you ladies are lovely and wants to know
Thank you.
if Joslyn, if you're single.
Hey, Shadow P, call me. You know where to find me.
Shadow seems hot.
I like how it's like
Get
Pretty
it.
Little Liars and like Shadow P is like very lurking, mysterious name. Hey, Shadow.
If Shadow P is still watching, Joslyn is amazing at what she does. I don't know if you guys have ever been to clevertv.com.
That doesn't answer the question. Is Joslyn
Are you single?
I'm single,
Just
Shadow.
to make you want him more.
I'm just saying, if you're looking
What
for
are you
more,
looking for in a guy?
Someone
Let us know.
mysterious that finds me on the interweb.
No, seriously. Maybe he's the love of your life. You
He
never
totally
know.
could be. You never know.
You never know. Or he could be an ex.
He could be my personal A.
He could be.
I recommend Shadow P goes to clevertv.com with 2 V's. Throw up the V's.
Throw it up, people. What's up?
Clever
Insta.
TV.
Word.
And Jocelyn's all over the page. You do like 16 stories a day.
Or something.
Something.
Like
So
that.
If you're looking
Something
for
crazy.
more of a slice of Joslyn, that's where you're going to want to head.
You guys, guess who's coming in day after tomorrow that I've never met?
Who?
Mona.
Oh my God!
I'm so excited because after we
Can we
talked,
come?
Field
I was
trip?
like, I've never met, like, where's Allie? Where's Mona? Why are they never doing press?
Yeah.
So I just stalked her
Can
out
we
a
all
little
come?
bit. Oh my gosh, you guys totally should.
Okay.
Be like,
Jocelyn,
I know, we're just going to show up.
What's that?
Apparently looking like gremlins.
we will, yeah, we'll be like, hey,
sure. Can we extend an invite to Shadow P?
Oh, Shadow P, hey, sure, come on down. Hollywood.
We're going to leave your name at the gate. Shadow P.
Okay, so AfterBuzz is now also a new dating service. Apparently.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
Dating
Look what
service.
Marie and Kevin started.
I know.
Oh, I love it.
Let's really quickly wrap it up because we're getting over here. Let's talk about our really Deidre, Pretty Little Liars news, not news and gossip predictions.
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Okay, so we didn't get a teaser at the end of the episode. They
No,
just went
DVR.
straight into the
DVR,
Chloe, Nine
it-
Lives of Chloe.
It cut it
whatever.
off. DVR cut it off.
I watched the East Coast feed
Oh,
earlier,
really?
and there wasn't a teaser. It just went
No,
straight into
do you know what
Chloe.
it does?
How
Do you know what
rude.
ABC Family does sometimes? They save the next week for the first commercial break
Yeah.
of the following episode.
Genius.
So you have to watch that.
We'll do that.
We'll work on
Do
that.
we have thoughts, team, on what's going on with Ian, JD?
I'm giving up predicting this show.
I know,
Yeah, I
right?
can't.
We're going to get
Giving
some
up.
more Wren next week. We're going to
Yeah,
find
for
out
sure.
snippets a little bit more. But
We're going to get more Jackie.
you guys,
And some more Lucas, probably, I think.
please. And Caleb is going to be in the next episode. I'm like
Okay.
99% sure.
Thank God I was missing my wolf pack.
Oh, he's so cute with that
He's
hair.
so hot. I died
Is
for
he
him.
part of the actual
with
wolf
you.
pack?
No.
He should
Okay.
be.
He should be.
He should be.
We're going to submit him to the last.
We're like,
Yeah,
To the breaking
Can
down.
Can you recast? 'Cause-
and then just again with the buying of the ring Any thoughts on that, ladies? and
That
gentlemen?
ring is gonna come back.
Resurfacing.
Yes.
That whether it's a real diamond or cubic zirconia.
However,
Plastic.
A has done things that have never come back before.
That is true. There
Like
have been
what?
little things.
Like little, I can't remember. I mean, I also took
but
a
they
break,
still
but
could come back.
yeah, that's true.
I feel like
never
they
know.
hold on to
Touche.
little things to just
To use to their
throw them
advantage.
back at
Dangle.
us.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll reconvene next Tuesday with another episode of Pretty Little Liars. Thank you guys so much on Ustream and AfterBuzzTV.com for joining us. On behalf of Joslyn, David, Sydney, Emily, and myself, thank you guys,
Thank
and
you.
we'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye, guys. Bye. Voices tomorrow.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
I know it. Shadow P.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.